everybody, it's Wendy. Welcome. Today we are going to do something a little bit different and fun. I have a piece of watercolor paper here and it's cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and then I've just used blue painter's tape around the edge, and underneath there's a little probably about 1/4 of an inch of the paper that's covered, and that's gonna make a frame for me when we do this. Okay, so what we're gonna use to get started is we're using the stamp set White Christmas. I've used this a bunch, I know, I love it. So we're gonna ink up the trees, and I'm using black Stays On ink, and again, like I said, watercolor paper, and I'm using the smooth side of the paper, not the rough side. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp kind of like down into the side. And then I am going to ink it up again. And if you are one of my people that gets free tutorials from me, over on my blog, you should have gotten an email today that has some super awesome info in it for Black Friday. So if you did not get that and you want it, then make sure you hit me up. Okay, so now I'm going to go like right in here because I just want to make another hill and more trees. So I moved it down a little and kind of over, and then I'm going to ink it up one more time, and I'm going to put a tree kind of, I'm going to continue this line out, basically is what I'm doing. Okay, so now I have all my trees on my paper. And all I'm really going to be doing here is making kind of a wintry scene. So I have 3 markers that I'm going to be using. I have Island Indigo, Soft Sky, and Night of Navy. So I'm just going to take my Island Indigo and color in here in random spots. And then my Night of Navy in some random spots. And yep, some Soft Sky, and the Soft Sky will be the heaviest, so I'm going to add it kind of all over the place. And now I have my aqua painter, and I'm just going to squeeze some water down to the end till it drips on my hand. It's nice and wet, and I'm going to make strokes in the same direction that I placed my ink, my markers. So I'm not going to swirl. I really want this to kind of have like, almost like the wind is blowing in, if that makes sense, sideways. So then I'm just going to squeeze a little more water down. I'm sure like this is the very professional way is to squeeze it onto my hand. But I don't care. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing this, and then when I get low on water, I just squeeze a little more into my hand. And you can tell when you're low on water because your brush starts to act weird and like kind of fray out. So you just squeeze the brush and more water comes right down for you. So this is taped down specifically so that it will not bow up and curl up. Okay, so now if you want more ink in a certain area, you can just add it. So I'm going to do that right now and just add a little ink down here. Okay, so that's that. That's all done. So now I'm going to go ahead and dry this using my heat tool. so that's pretty dry, and I just want to add a little bit more color down here again. So I'm just going to go back in with this marker, and then just right back over it again with my aqua painter, and move that ink around. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to hit it again with my heat tool. Alright, so now we are going to add some stars, or snow, I mean. I don't know why I said stars. So I'm just using my chalk pen, and I am just making little dots of snow. Kind of going, okay, this isn't working like I want it to, so I'm going to switch to my Uniball pen. It's not really working like I want it to either. Let's go back to the chalk. Yeah. Okay, we're going to stick with this. Yep. It's not working, guys. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I have this stamp set, or this stamp from the same stamp set, and I'm going to use my white Stays On ink. So I have to, oh yeah, that looks cool. I have to admit, I do not use my white pens very often at all. So then when I do, things like that happen. Like sometimes they don't work. I probably need to get new ones. Okay, so now we have the white snow coming down, which looks awesome. I love the way that looks. And I'm going to hit it with my heat tool because I used white Stays On, and I don't want it to be like goopy at the top. Sometimes it's goopy. Alright, so now we're going to peel all this off. And you see we have like this really beautiful framed, it almost looks like a postcard to me. I love, love, love how it turned out. And so now all we have to do is put it on a card base, and I'm going to add a few other details. So I am going to use a black card base. My adhesive. Alright. So I feel like the black card base just really like makes the card pop. I don't know if you can, that's probably better. Okay. And then I'm just really want to add one other thing, but I'm not sure exactly what. So I think what I'm going to add is just a really great sentiment down at the bottom that says, let's see, what should we do? I want to use a stamp set, so we're going to do, let's see, Sending You Joy, maybe? Let's see if that would work. Nope, I don't really like it. I honestly don't think I want to put a sentiment on here. now that it's finished, I just kind of like, I like the way it looks, just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of copy paper. Oh, I don't have one here handy. I usually have a bunch of copy paper. Here it is. I knew I had some. See, I have a bunch here. I'm going to put a piece of copy paper down on the inside of this card. And now I'll stamp a sentiment. So how about so let's just do Merry Christmas. Okay. This is a great stamp set, Endless Wishes. It's one of my favorites. And I'm going to use Island Indigo. And I'm going to stamp it down here at the bottom. Mary. Okay, I'm gonna have to put my head in here, I think. Sorry guys. Christmas. So that's it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So no sentiment on the front, but I think it's fantastic. I think it'd make a really great guy card. So I kind of want to add a snowman right here. Let's see. I don't know if snowmans would. Oh yeah. Yep. I'm gonna do it. Okay, here we go. Ready? Let's do this. So as you can tell, I did not pre-make this card, which is unusual for me. I usually always test a card out first before I show it to you guys. And so I think this is not bad for winging it. Oh, yep, that made it. That was what it needed. It needed a little something, and now we're going to add some color to that snowman. I've been really obsessed with doing stuff with this snowman, haven't I? It's got to be red. Real red. Really makes him pop. So every time I think of snowmen, I want to burst out singing that stinking song. You know which one I'm talking about. The Do You Want to Build a Snowman song. If you don't have kids or grandkids and you've not seen the movie Frozen, it's a Disney movie. You should see it. It is so cute. Okay, so there it is. That's my finished card. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.